All right, guys, welcome to Diamond Zone Thursday morning edition. Thursday morning edition. And I know we had two unbelievable guest speakers. We had Jeremy on Tuesday and we had Lisa yesterday. And, obviously, guys, when you have that kind of experience, speaking to you, Jeremy just brought back his excitement from Italy. And really giving you a glimpse of his excitement. And he didn't really tell you much about what's coming, but you know what you all bought into? His excitement. And I think that's a training within itself. Okay, it's really telling people nothing, but that everybody listening to Jeremy knew he was excited about what was about to happen. And this is how you have to run your business, because a lot of people, they're not excited about the results they've gotten, but you got to be excited about the results you're going to get. And someone just put something on the chat line and it just triggered something for me. They said, this is not the climb, it's the grind. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not putting anything down, but you could interpret the climb as the grind. You could interpret the climb as the climb. You could interpret the climb as the journey, and you could interpret the climb as work. Okay, whatever it is, all right? But I will say this, if you don't enjoy the work, it's gonna be a grind. If you don't enjoy what you do every day, it's gonna be a grind. And if you keep into the mind of a grind, you're not gonna stay around very long. And I'm just being straightforward with you. Okay, you got to turn the grind into fun. If you don't make this fun and you're not excited, it's going to be very hard to continue the journey. Okay, even though there's always going to be another mountain, even though you're going to always want to make it move, it's still going to be a grind. And when people ask me every day, how you doing? I'm great. I'm excited. Okay, I'm out there living the dream, but I'm living the work. And that's what you have to get to. You got to live the work. In other words, wherever we go, there we are. And wherever we are, okay, we have an opportunity. Doesn't mean I go everywhere and I go there to attack people, but I do know that I am the opportunity. And what you have to realize is the same thing. You're the opportunity. The only thing people can see, guys, is you. They don't see, okay, they may see the halo because it's on your wrist, okay, but they don't see what you see. And what they see sometimes is a grind. That's exactly my point. And like I said, this is not about, that word just stuck to me because I remember when I first got involved in network marketing, it was a grind. You want to know why? Because it was something unknown to me. And when something's unknown, right, it becomes a chore. But when you know that you know that you know that you know, and other people know that you know, it's over. And what they know is you're enjoying your journey. And this is where you become attractive. This is where your opportunity becomes something they want. But if they see a grind on your face, I'm telling you what's going to happen. Okay, they may wait. Okay, they may wait till they see that you're enjoying your journey. Okay, and this was a big switch for me. Okay, when I finally start to go out there and just enjoy it and not ever be married to the outcome. I was just on Facebook, and some of you saw I put launching Holland. And I had a lot of responses. And one of the people that responded was somebody I used to work with. His name is John Holland. Okay, he used to work for me at Bally's. He used to work for me. And he said, I'm interested. And I put, well, call me. He goes, he responded back, haha, I was just kidding because my last name is Holland. He said, our buddy, Bob, told me all about what you're doing. It's not for me. This is on a Facebook, but you could read the thread. And I said, great, thumbs up. I'm not married to the outcome. Okay, you think my business is based on whether John gets involved in my company? No, but I'm out there marketing it, and I'm out there marketing the success. I'm marketing other people's success, and I want them to keep seeing it consistently. And every time they see me, they know what I do. And that's all we ask. And this way people go, wow, you must be really enjoying what you're doing. But just guys, you got to make that switch over. And I think this week, you know, with Jeremy and Lisa really talking about different aspects of the business, it's really finding your lane. And I will tell you, the way we use company events, and I'm going to tell you how we think. We've never missed a company event in 24 years. You can mark that down, okay? Because this is our time for reflection. This is our time for our timeout and to really submerge ourselves in what's about to happen. That's what Las Vegas is going to be for us. We're going to get there early, right? We'll be there on Wednesday. We'll be there through Sunday. And we're going to be reflecting on what we've done, right? And celebrating what we've done. Because as you know, in our situation, what took us 6 years to do, we did over here in 6 months. We're going to celebrate that. But then we're going to reflect and we're going to be present in Las Vegas, because now the mindset is, what are we going to do over the next 12 months? How are we going to take our business from where we are to where we want it to go? But we're always going to celebrate our little successes. Okay, you do think we are where we want to be? No. But are we excited about what we've accomplished? More than you could ever imagine. More than you could ever imagine. We are excited. Absolutely. But Las Vegas for us is going to be there to be present, to take notes, and to put together our plan for us and our group moving into the future. That's what we're going to do. And that's why I say to everybody on this call, okay, if you're not registered for Vegas, and you could take this any way you want, okay, you know I just talk freely, okay, then you're not serious about your business. Okay, and I know, I got it. I know all the reasons why, okay, but I also knew, okay, when I was working for Bally's, okay, no matter what happened in my life, I still went to work. Even though they weren't paying me what I was worth, even though they didn't give me a way to dream to have more. But you know what? No matter if my daughter had a recital, okay, if Lisa was sick, if something happened, I still went to work. Why? Because I had to go to work. Over here, it's amazing what starts to happen. Everything gets in the way of us doing the work. There's the difference. That's always the difference. In multi-level marketing, a lot of times it's the stepchild, right? That's what it is. You don't give it what it deserves, even though you know it can give you whatever it is you want in life. Okay, and knowing that, okay, and knowing that what you have to do is this. Okay, you got to make your plans to be in Las Vegas. So there you go. Okay, I don't know if you guys have seen Channing Tatum's new site, but it's pretty cool. Okay, cnworldglobal.com. Go check it out. Go play through the tabs. Okay, don't do it now. Okay, stay present here. But it's a pretty cool website. So that is screen sharing. What's happened? Okay, perfect. Let's go screen share again. I don't know what's going on. Can you see my screen, Janet? Okay, so is the PowerPoint coming up? Yes? Can you see the PowerPoint? Okay, good. All right. I just want to make sure you guys can see it. Okay, perfect. All right. So guys, what I'm going to talk about today is a struggle I know most people go through when they get involved in network marketing, and that is thinking that when you hear a concern or an objection, that we get stuck, right? We get stuck. We think that someone's concerns or objection is a reflection on us, has nothing to do with it. Okay, it's our business is really collecting decisions. But what you're going to find out about people, you guys got to write this down, is most people struggle to make any type of decision. Most people struggle to make a decision. Have you ever gone to eat at a restaurant with a group of people? You ever done this? Right? You got 8 people around the table and here come the menus, right? And then everybody's looking at the menu and the one person goes, hey, what are you going to have? I don't know. And they go around the table. What are you going to have? I don't know. I don't. What are you going to have? Well, I don't know. Then someone says, I'll have the meatloaf. You know what everybody says? That sounds good to me. Sounds good to me. We don't make it right. That sounds great. I'll have the meatloaf too. Okay, you got to understand people. And when you understand people, you start to have fun with this business. This is where it turns out not to be a grind. I like to play with people. We went to dinner last night with a couple that Lisa found on LinkedIn. Remember Lisa told you about LinkedIn? Okay. Well, she was doing her LinkedIn thing. I was listening to her whole training. I actually took notes. Yeah, I took notes on what Lisa was saying yesterday. Okay. And she was talking about the LinkedIn thing. Well, she went out there, did LinkedIn, and she showed me the thread with this person. Okay. And the thread was probably 20, 30 responses back and forth, right? Are you open to watching a 2-minute video? Yes. Perfect. I'm sending you a 2-minute video. Interesting. And here we go. That led to a dinner last night. A great couple. Great couple. Because Lisa was farming on LinkedIn. And what we did all night, you know what we did? We asked questions and we listened and we nodded. And we found out they have experience in network marketing, right? They're a newlywed couple, even though they both have 2 kids, about 40-ish, 45. Okay? And we were just asking questions. We were just asking questions about these people. Okay? And what we found was, okay, they're in a current company, but they're not challenged. They've reached a point and they're not the business is not going to the next level. And they're open. But this was somebody that Lisa was farming through in LinkedIn. Okay? And then, did they have objections? Did they have concerns? Yes. But you know what you got to get really good at? Listening through the objections. Most people get stuck when you hear a concern. Okay, you get stuck and you think you have to answer the concern. Guys, listen, I'm going to give you some advice right now. The more truth you tell, the more power you're in. The more truth you tell, the more power you're in. A lot of people get into this phase, and I'm not going faking it till you make it. Well, when you fake it, you're probably not telling the full truth. Because if you think about it, what is a lie? Isn't a lie hiding the truth? Isn't that what a lie is? It's hiding the truth. Well, the more truth you tell, the more power you're in. And I was just thinking about this morning, because we understand that people, everybody out there is determining if you believe in what you're saying. Have you ever done a 3-way call with me? Anybody on this call? I know a lot of you have. And when I go into my thing, listen, the company's not perfect. Fabio Galdi said to me, listen, if you're looking for a company that's perfect, first of all, Jeff, we have no customer service. I tell the truth. And you know what? The more truth I tell, the closer somebody gets to me. It's amazing because you're now somebody not to defend against. Okay, if you're out there telling everybody how everything is great and you're making all this money and you've been involved for a week, okay, it doesn't match up. The more truth you tell, the more money you will make. Tell your story. Okay, I went through that on Monday. Okay, let people know this is our business, because everybody's looking to close people, right? We got to close people. Listen, you don't close. Okay, there's different things you can do to move people, but I don't close them. I used to close people. When I worked for Bally's, I closed people. I would give a tour, they would go into an office, that door would close, and they would not get out, okay, until they made a decision. And if I couldn't get them, I would bring somebody else in. It was called a TO, a takeover. And if that person couldn't get them, we'd bring somebody else in. That was closing. Okay, but you understand why people close? Because most people operate based on emotion. They operate on emotion. And I'm just using this analogy. How many times a day does people pass that health club? Right? And they know they're out of shape. And they know they got to lose weight. And they know they don't feel good. But the one day they finally get enough, you know what, to pull into the parking lot and walk in, you got to take advantage of that time because it's an emotional decision, right? And the same thing they used to say about when you're looking to buy a car. They don't walk on the lot unless they want to buy. And you got to take advantage of that emotional decision. Well, over here, you have to understand something. You're creating that. You know, everybody knows on this call that everybody would love something that we offer, correct? Can anybody say on the chat line there's something on that globe that not everybody wants? Everybody wants something that we offer, correct? Who wouldn't want to own their own business? Who wouldn't want extra income? Who wouldn't want to be paid what they're worth? Who wouldn't want a residual income stream? And who wouldn't want to be around a group of people that know where they're going? So we all know everybody wants something, okay? But what is it? What is it that stops people from making this decision? You want to know what it is, guys? It's fear and doubt. Fear and doubt controls. But you got to understand there's two ways of building your business. There's the traditional sales mentality and their master builder mentality. So let me tell you what a traditional sales mentality is. That's where I came from. This is how I was trained, to overcome objections. Overcoming objections means to deflect the objection. Make the person feel dumb about the objection they're giving you. Let me give you an example of that. I got to ask my wife. Okay, what do you mean you got to ask your wife? You got to ask your wife if it's okay to lose 40 pounds so you could live and not have a heart attack? That was my comeback. When I heard I have to ask my wife. Let's walk me through this here, John. Hang on, you're going to go home and say, honey, I want to ask permission if I could lose 40 pounds so I could feel better, so I could have more energy, so I could provide for my family for the future. Is that okay? And I would role play that. He goes, I guess that sounds stupid. And I would make the guy feel dumb. I would deflect the objection. Okay? I would turn the objection back on the person. I just showed you how I did it. Okay? I would prove the objection is false and with my own reason and logic. Now, some people operate this way. Okay? But I'm telling you over here, guys, the way I get more success is to champion the objection. I want you guys to get good at listening to the objection. And when I say champion it, you understand it. When somebody is being understood and they feel they're being understood versus being felt like they're being attacked, you're not someone to defend against. I understand the way you feel, no matter what objection I get. I'll get into this, okay? I want them to actively help it be expressed fully. I want them to fully express themselves. That's what we did for 2.5 hours last night at this dinner. I wanted to know who I was talking to. I wanted to know the potential things that could come our way that maybe could have been a concern of theirs. I want to find out about the person. I want to build a rapport. I want to build a relationship. You know why? This is a relationship business. This is not turn and burn. Yes, we recruit a lot, but we recruit to retain. This is why we do what we do every morning. Diamond Zone is meant to retain the base. You've already been recruited. There's no guest on here. Everybody here has been recruited. I want to retain you. I want you to understand the journey you're going to take. I still got to listen to where you're at. and find out. And this is how you build a company. This is how you build a foundation. Okay, but it starts with listening, and this never stops. I listen before I recruit them, and I listen after I recruit them. But I want you guys to have the same mentality. Overcoming objections versus listening through the objection. All right, now, overcoming objections. Okay, obviously, you do these things, you do this with different ways. Attitude, your words, and your body language. Your attitude. The one thing you can control every single day is your attitude. How you doing, Jeff? I'm great. I got to get my mind right. You've heard this over and over again. I got to make sure I'm mentally prepared. So when I go out there, they see a good attitude. I speak with the right words because all my other stuff, no one cares about, by the way. No one cares what you're going through. You may think they do, but they don't. That sounds mean, Jeff. That's the truth. Everybody's got their own drama. They don't care about yours. Okay? All they want to know is this. Okay? Do you believe? And my body language. So this is how you overcome objections. Okay? You could do it defensively with your attitude. You could do it being argumentative. Right? Everything they say you have an answer for. Or you could do it by being tense. Right? You're attacking. Okay? Just ask yourself right now. Do you find yourself sometimes doing this? If people give you the common objections, Jeff, I have no time. What do you mean you have no time? I have no money. Well, that's why you need an opportunity. If you have no money, I can't sell, Jeff. I'm really uncomfortable with MLM. I got to ask my wife. Anybody hear this ever? After they watch the 2-minute video, the 7-minute video, the webinar, and then you go afterwards to talk to them? Okay, do you ever try to figure out how do I take somebody? Okay, how do I take somebody that has some concerns and maybe walk them through them, not closing them? Because all a concern is, I want you to write this down, it's fear. It's not normally the truth. Think about this. I have no time. Do you really believe if someone wanted to find 2 hours a day, they couldn't? So that wouldn't be the truth then. But you don't say that to them. I have no money. Do you really believe someone you've talked to for 20, 30, 40 years, that's worked for 20, 30, 40 years, doesn't have $1,000? See, it's the fear talking. But now, watch this. If I'm defensive, argumentative, and tense, okay, am I going to put that person on the defensive, or am I going to bring that person closer to me? I'm going to put them totally on the defense. Okay, but if I hear these same objections, like we all do, all of us, and I'm easygoing, my attitude. I'm welcoming with my eyes. I understand. I'm agreeing with the person, no matter what they say. My body language is relaxed. I'm kicked back. Right? And we're talking. I don't care if it's on a Zoom meeting. I don't care if it's on the phone. You could still come across this way. Hey, John, now that you saw the 2-minute video and the 7-minute video, and I know you were on the webinar, okay, tell me what you liked best of what you just saw, John. Well, Jeff, you know, I like the idea of the Helo, man. I just can't get my hands around, you know, selling it. I'm just not a salesperson. And, you know, quite frankly, I don't have a lot of time. And, you know, right, money's tight right now. Okay, now go defensive versus easygoing. I don't need your time, John. I don't need your time. You don't have to sell this. I don't need you to sell it. What do you mean you have no money? Come on, really? Okay, versus, you know what, John? I understand the way you feel. I get it. I said the same thing, okay? I thought it was about selling. Okay, Lisa and I, the reason we got involved because we had no money. That was really the reason we did. And no one was as busy as us. Okay, it's agreeing with them, understanding where they're coming from, and relating to the person. Do you guys see the difference? Most of you hear these things every day. And I don't care if it's you making a phone call, if it's a text, if it's a Facebook post. Okay, it makes no difference when you connect with people. You have to connect. And the way you connect, and you guys have heard this training 1,000 times, is really to bring the person on your side. You can't be somebody to defend against. You just have to know where this is coming from. And I want you guys to think about your journey. Haven't you dealt with fear and doubt taking this journey? Didn't some of you deal with fear and doubt when you made your decision? Why would you expect other people not to go through the same thing you've gone through? And how did you make your decision? How did you make your decision? Was someone closing you, or was somebody agreeing and understanding and helping you make the right decision for you? See, that's what I do. I'll help somebody make that decision, but I'm going to be truthful when they make it. Like the couple last night. Well, tell me your biggest challenge. You want me to tell you the biggest challenge? I'll tell you the biggest challenge. And I went through it all. And guess what? It brought him closer to me. When we told him the stories about customer service and merchant accounts and the product sometimes not working. I didn't say everything was great, because it wasn't. But I'm a real person. I'm real. Are you real? Okay, you want to get involved? You really want to take this journey? You got the right guy. That's what I want people to know when they talk to me. And if being truthful allows them not to make the decision, I don't want them anyway. You follow me? I don't want them anyway. I want them to understand, I believe. I want them to understand they're with the right person, and I'm going to agree, and I'm going to make them feel comfortable because I understand why they are. Do you understand why 98% of the people are broke? Because they're controlled by fear and doubt. And these are the same excuses they've used, not just with you and your opportunity. It's the same reason they're not in shape. It's the same reason they don't eat right. It's the same reason they spend more money versus save more money. It's the same reason, okay, why they are where they are. Because they use these excuses no matter what decision they're making. Because when someone makes a decision, it requires change. Are you guys following this? Okay, that's what you're dealing with. So what is a better way of accomplishing this? To understand and walk them through, and when they understand that you understand where they're at, then they may open up to you. And this is what I want you guys to get good at. It's not just sometimes, now, understand, obviously 2-minute, 7-minute webinar. But I'm talking about now, once you get that into their hands, okay, why people sometimes don't move. They don't make the decision. Well, maybe because your approach, when they give you objections, is speechless babbling. In fact, I will tell you, that's most new people's problem. You're trying to explain. You're trying to go through the comp plan. You're trying to talk about everything you think you know. It's speechless babbling. You're not caring about the number one thing they want you to care about is them. You get taken off track because you think when someone says, I have to know how the helo works, that when you explain how the helo works, they're going to get involved. No, they're not, because that's not the real objection. They just don't know what else to say. I want to bring it back to them. I want to find out what I got. And we think when we get a concern, I like when they say this, let's open it up for questions. Open it up for questions. I don't want to hear their questions. I know their questions because I know most of the things they're going to say, they think they have to know, and they don't. I just want people to understand that there's a simple program here. I was on the call with the Holland group yesterday, and the person says, Jeff, give me the 5-minute speech you would give somebody about the product. I said, well, my speech isn't 5 minutes, it's about 3 minutes. I said, I press play and I let them watch the video. He goes, no, I mean, if I had to explain, I go, I don't explain it. I don't explain it. I have the video. If I have my phone, I have the video. So why would I explain it? I would just put the phone down and press play and go, watch this. And I'd have my cup of coffee while they watched it, and I'd look at them. But see, people go, I want to explain this. No, well, what's to explain? Why would you explain it? This is what, now you just open yourself up. Now, isn't that awesome? Now, it took me away from having to explain how the product works. What else is your approach? Is it defensive, argumentative? Are you strong and overpowering? You'll lose 9 out of 10 times here. Just think about how you would want to be approached. Would you move if I was strong and overpowering with you, if I was defensive? Okay, now, obviously, sometimes when we do these types of calls, I'm giving direction and I'm strong because I know some of you are taking a journey and you're hitting landmines. And when someone's involved, I give different direction. I'm talking about someone who's out there looking to make a decision. And doing it this way is tougher, I'm telling you, because now you're a real person. Now you got to find out what the person wants to accomplish. And I said this to that couple. I said it to them. I go, what are you looking for? Why are you not satisfied? And they just go, another 15 minutes of talking. And I'm gathering my information. And then as I'm asking questions, I'm closing them. They don't even know they're being closed. I said, okay, let me ask you another question. What amount of money do you need to earn here, okay, in the next 90 days for you to take this thing seriously? And he gave me his number. Wasn't that a closing question when he answered it? I'm getting him to see that he's already involved, okay, and I'm just asking questions. So who would be your initial group you would go to if you can't touch the group that you're in because you're in another company? Oh, I have this person, I have that person. Great. Okay, great. And by the time the dinner was over, they're in. You guys, but I wasn't fighting them. I wasn't trying to sell them on our business. I was telling more truth. And the more truth I told, the more excited they got. Okay, now guys, remember, this is another level. Some of you are in a position, I gotta talk to my whole audience now. Some of you are in the position of just getting the damn 2-minute video in their hand. That's an accomplishment. Great, that's where you're at. And the 7-minute, and then leveraging the system. Don't sway from that. I'm talking about people, okay, that are taking their business to the next level, closing their own business. Everybody here, if you're new, you have a system you could leverage. Because if you do a 3-way call, then you're going to understand how your sponsor walks people and listens through the objections on the 3-way call. You're just a professional introducer. This training is meant for the people that are now taking responsibility for their own business. They're at another level. But this is still a good training. You could still take certain parts of it because when you're out there talking to people, you got to know what controls them. You got to know why people do what they do. You got to know why people are where they are. It's called fear and doubt. Just know that. Know that. Know why people talk the way they talk and they are the way they are. Because change is uncomfortable. Change is uncomfortable. And people stay in the comfortable. So rule number 1, because you know they're controlled by fear and doubt, you don't ever buy the objection. Truth is, whatever they're saying is not true. But you don't say that to them. You just know it's not true. It's fear and doubt talking. Don't buy into what they're saying. They try to take you off your game. I have no money. I have no time. I got to ask my wife. I'm uncomfortable with multi-level. If you believe them, you've already lost the battle. If you try to explain based on the objection they gave you, you've lost the battle. When you listen through the objection, you know not only is the objection not true for you, it's not true for them either. And the way I always address it, and you guys, a lot of you have seen this training before, I understand the way you feel. Or another way, I get it. I hear you, brother. I understand. Oh my gosh, I was there too. Now, am I someone to defend against, Tina? Am I someone to defend against if I understand the way you feel? No. You know what Tina then does? She opens up even more. And if she opens up more, I'm seeing more of what Tina really is all about. And now you know what she's saying? Wow, this guy's really listening to me. This guy really cares. In my whole life, I've never had, you know how many times people have said this to me? You have no idea how many times people have said, I've never had somebody really care about my situation. Really care, sincerely, because if you really understood the power of what you have to offer people, you know you can help them change whatever they want to change. I know that in my heart. I know if they follow the system, if they take the journey, okay, I'm going to be there every step of the way. And I want them to know that. This is not get involved, go watch some videos. Okay, and let's build a team together. No, this is a relationship. This is if I could sponsor Tina right now, and Tina wants to take this journey, I know without a doubt, not only could Tina get stinking rich, but I could get stinking rich working with her. Because I make a percentage of what Tina does. Does that make sense? So what am I trying to do? I'm trying to find out what I'm sponsoring. I was trying to find out last night what I was going to, what Lisa and I were saying yes or no to. See, some of you get this all wrong. You think you want everybody. Lisa and I were interviewing them all night. They weren't interviewing us. I was interviewing to determine if I wanted them. Do you guys see the difference? And don't get me wrong, I want you to talk to everybody in the beginning. But eventually, you'll understand when we say, I choose who I want to work with. Remember the training Lisa was doing yesterday? Right? Some of the things that people will do. This goes on once we sponsor them. If someone's a negative force every time they call us, I choose not to work with them. I love what Lisa said yesterday. Chad and Natita are distributors. Jeremy Roma is a distributor. Nat and Shanita are distributors. Okay, they could choose who they work with and who they don't. So am I going to work with somebody that every time they call me there's a problem, and every time they call me it's a catastrophe? No, I understand everybody has these problems, and I understand that I'm going to choose who I want to work with, and I choose who I want to sponsor. And so this couple, we like them. At the end of the day, we like them, and we're choosing to sponsor them. Do you guys see a difference here? Okay, that's where I want you guys to get. And you're going to get really good, really good. This is when you become a master builder, guys. But in the beginning, 2-minute video, 7-minute video, run your numbers. And then when you start to bring people in, you're going to understand, okay, that you don't want everybody. And this keeps your sanity, by the way. Because if someone says no to you, you know what I always say? If someone says no to me, I didn't want you anyway. I don't say that to them. In my mind, I didn't want them anyway, because it allows me to keep going. See the little games I play? You think we've been doing this a while? Are you kidding me? That's why I'm always in a good mood. because no one's going to control Jeff's emotions. All of you listening to me, most of you, you could be controlled by a yes or no. Your whole day will be ruined because someone said no to your Facebook post. What? They didn't respond? They didn't watch the 2-minute video? And your day's ruined. Are you kidding me? That's just one step closer to a yes. That's all that is if you keep going. That's what I'm talking about. Rule number 2, listen to what isn't being said. This one's easy now because I told you the answer. What's not being said is, no one's going to say this to you. Listen, Mary, I'm just telling you right now, I'm full of fear and doubt. Don't try to talk to me. I'm controlled by fear and doubt. That's why I'm broke. That's why I'm overweight. That's why I'm lethargic. That's why I don't have any money saved, because I'm full of fear and doubt. Do you think people say that? No. But what do they say? They camouflage it. They come at you with all the different things so you don't unpeel the onion. They don't want their onion unpeeled with someone they don't trust. But if you're someone that trusts and's really listening, they'll unpeel the onion. They want to tell you everything. And you know what you always say? I understand the way you feel. I get it. I hear you. Can I tell you my story? And the more truth you tell about your story, the more you're going to draw them into you. Tell me if this is not the correct. I'm telling you right now, this is how you do it. What is the truth? What do you hear? I just told you. There's what you hear. What you're hearing is what they know. And what they know has them frustrated, has them angry, has them disappointed in where they are in their life after 10, 15, 20, 30 years. That's what you're hearing. They want to make a change. They're just scared to death. Well, I've tried that before. Well, listen, I understand the way you feel. I tried too. But you know what I've learned over here? Okay, it's a very simple system, and I could go into a lot of different things at that point. But they have to know that you're listening, and you got to get them to unpeel the onion. Now, that's why I say in the beginning, this is what people don't get. That's why you talk to people that you know first. Because you know the truth. They know you know the truth. They know you know their situation. And if you're there and you really want to help them, then you're going to find the people that want to help themselves. And if they don't, guys, you're front. You never burn a bridge. You see how do you see when I do a presentation, what do I say? You're either a 1, 2, or 3. Okay, and I say if you're a 3, that means somebody invites you on the call. You received the information and you made a decision it's not for you. And what do I say to a 3? Thank you for being on the call. Thank you for at least doing what you told your friends you would do and listen to what they're doing. But now that you've made that determination that this is not for you, now that you know what your friend is doing, okay, if you do come across somebody that is open to making more money, refer them to your friend. You never burn a bridge, guys. If someone says no to you, you don't say, I disown you. That's just dumb. You're not my friend anymore. No, just understand they're not ready to overcome their fears and doubts. Okay, sometimes people have to hit rock bottom before they make a change. That's just some people. So maybe 3 months later, they may come back. You don't burn a bridge. There's 350 million people to talk to. You just got to go out there and do it and reach out. And this thing with LinkedIn, what Lisa's doing, it's amazing. Just touch, respond. Touch, response. After a response, 2 minute, not interested. And it's just numbers. And then look at, just after doing it for a week, we got a great couple. After just 1 week. But some people would never get past the week, because how many people would go through Okay, all the numbers Lisa has gone through. But you know what? She goes, this is just, I'm taking my 2 hours and I'm going to run my numbers. 2 hours, scheduled it, boom, 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 boom. Responses, it's just business. She just runs her numbers. And then all of a sudden, because here's the problem. You think you're trying to get everybody. No. What would it be worth if Lisa just worked 1 week and this couple became a diamond? Let's just use diamond. Do you know what that means to us? $2,000 a week. That means $2,000 a week. Was that worth working the business of LinkedIn for 1 week to be paid $2,000 a week into the future? That's if they became a diamond. What if they became a president? That's $10,000 a week for that work. Pays pretty good, doesn't it? But see, we didn't talk about probably the 300 people she touched. And we thought, this is hard work. Compared to what? Really? Lisa's in there with music and she's just doing her LinkedIn. Having a cup of coffee and just running numbers. She's not in some cubicle, okay, being paid $12 an hour to go run somebody else's numbers. She's running her numbers for her company. To find a good couple like that? I gave her a high five. I go, that was awesome. I go, how'd you get these people? LinkedIn. What did you do? I just followed the system. What's her name told us? I don't mean to be rude. I just forgot her name. Anyway, Melanie? Yeah, Melanie. Okay. Lisa's a student. Lisa's like, I told you what I call her. Right? She's Rain Man. When that when that person was doing that training, I walked over there, okay, and I was just watching her. She's taking notes like a computer. And then she took exactly what she said and did it. Exactly. That was her secret to success in multi-level. When she went to her first meeting, they said, here's what you need to do. Use it and give it away. And she did exactly that, never swayed. And that was it. And just not married to the outcome. They just told me how to do it and she does it. I'm the one that screws everything up. Don't do it that way. Don't say this. They told me they're successful. I'm going to follow what they say. Amazing. But this is what you're going to hear, guys. Frustration, anger, disappointment. When you don't attack an objection head on, and I said this a couple of times, you're not someone to defend against. Checking my time here. Okay? Remember this. Number 3, the solution. After you listen, what's left? Those objections you think were a concern never come up again. Most of the time, if you listen completely through the objection, there's nothing left. If there is, it's not as emotionally charged issue. As opposed to, you never get to a layer of the onion. I have no time. What do you mean you have no time? Baloney, you have no time. I see you do nothing all the time. Now you're never going to get to the next level. But if you just listen, right, and you ask questions, I'm telling you, time doesn't come up again because it's not the truth. That's just trying to push you off. If it's not emotionally charged, you can then deal with it. If they want to deal with it, guys, this is still not magic. But there's a lot of good people out there that protect themselves with fear and doubt. There is. Just look at you. You made the decision. I'm sure you have some fear and doubts. I'm sure some of you are still stuck. See, sometimes these concerns don't go away just because you made your decision. You could still be stuck, but you're in the business. You know what that's called? Frozen. Remember I said when I do my training, a third do nothing, a third are frozen, and a third will go to work. You may still be some people on Diamond Zone every single morning that's stuck. But listen, I understand the way you feel. I'm here to help you walk you through. That's why we're here every morning. Every morning we're here. Why? Because I understand the journey you're taking. And I understand people like you don't grow on trees. You've made the decision. You want to make it work. I gotta thaw you, right? I gotta get you unfrozen. I gotta get you doing something today. I don't care if today's the day you say, you know what? I'm gonna reach 20 people. What if today's the day one person, okay, what was there, 105 people on at peak here today? Okay, what if 10 went to work? And out of 10, we got 5 new people started tomorrow. And one of those was a superstar. Diamond Zone worked, didn't it? Because I kept you in the game longer. Because I want you to understand, okay, it's not just me. I'm not the only one stuck. You know how many people are stuck? Most. Make today the day you get unstuck. Right, what does Jeremy say? I deserve, whatever his saying is, I deserve everything that comes my way. Yeah, if you do the work, you do deserve it. I believe that. I just have a different way of saying it. The more truth you tell, the more money you make. Let people know, okay, about the things you struggle through because you know they're struggling. So embrace the objection, love it, make it exciting. Don't look forward to it. Know something's coming. Don't be shocked when you hear these dumb objections or concerns. But how are you going to address it? I get it. I understand. So tell me about your family. I get it. I understand. So tell me what you do. I get it. I understand. That's all I did. Be receptive to it. Okay, so I went through a lot of this, guys. Define the objection, ask questions, give them the opportunity to be specific about what they do or do not care for. Take their side and have your questions agree with them. Always take their side. Don't ever be someone to defend against. Make sure you and your prospect are speaking the same language. Don't confront them. And this is my favorite thing. And like I said, it could be I understand the way you feel. It could be I got it. It could be I hear you. That's a good one. I hear you. Let me tell you why I hear you, why I understand. Let me tell you where I came from. I used to work 14-hour days. I used to think I didn't have time. Okay, all those different things. But the only way you get good, guys, is to talk to a lot of people. Okay, I'm not going to go through all this, okay, because I basically did it for the first 55 minutes. So anyway, this training, guys, is for your new prospects, absolutely, that you will be talking to, okay, every time you go out there and have your plan, but it's also for the people in the business. Okay, because you still, just because you got involved doesn't mean you don't still have concerns. Doesn't mean you might not be frozen. But I'm going to say it again. I understand the way you feel. Okay? And there's people above you that understand. And if you want to get unstuck, okay, you need to accept a mentor and you need to want to be held accountable. That's it. And the first thing I will always tell people, because remember, the more truth you tell, the more, what did I say? The more truth you tell, the more power you're in. Okay? Here's the truth. Get to Las Vegas. Figure it out. Get to Las Vegas. I'm telling you, okay, that's something that you will never, ever, ever. I've never had somebody go to a company event and I regret it. Never. Never. But you know what? It's all that stuff that comes your way prior to going. Once you're there, right, now you're there and you got to be present. So once again, guys, I appreciate all of you on Diamond Zone. Remember, tomorrow's Open Mic Friday. Questions, testimonials, okay? Whatever you want to do, you want to role play, let's role play. Okay, you might be thinking about something, I want to role play this with Jeff. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, I want you guys to participate. It may be just your story. It may be a success story this week. It may be a question. It may be role playing. I don't care. It's Open Mic Friday. Talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.